Okay, I gotta say this. Today is still January 16th, Tuesday. Based upon what I talk about with myself, and I expose it to the YouTube algorithm, that's how I'm receiving my synchronicities via the AI, the algorithm. That's what they That's what I say about words. They use certain words, but it's a simple term like synchronicity. This is just something I'm using as an example. Can mean you are finally realizing that you is the all knower, but based upon you staying the course, that's how you are realizing it, because you are that determined to understand what you really are and where you really are and how to challenge the normal traditional ways of how people are going about living their life in the most destructive and chaotic and self-sabotaging looping, self-defeating, hellish way. Yeah, I had to think about that. Because it's like, dang, if only I had more money, then I could quit my job and I could start this business and I could travel more and then I could buy me a nice house and buy me the nice cars and go to the nice places and purchase all the things that I wanted when I was younger that I couldn't get now. They go for toys, anything, because you can. And people would say, what's the point of that? Because I can. That's the point. When I wasn't able to do things, then I moved in that manner. But now I can. I am unlimitless. So I can move in any way that I choose to. And I know others wouldn't see the benefits of me, or they wouldn't see the benefit of me moving the way I move, because it would seem like I'm wasting, that I'm limiting myself because I'm supposed to be a certain age, or I'm supposed to be focusing on other things now because I am wealthy or rich, or I don't have to live the same impoverished or scarcity lifestyle anymore. But it's not about what other people think. I've been noticing too, it's this movie called Blue Hill Avenue, right? And the guy, I forgot his name in the movie, but in real life his name Alan Payne. And it was a scene in that movie when somebody, I think his mom or dad, asked him, why is he continuously selling drugs, killing people? I think he sold drugs to his own sister and killed her. They asked him, why are you selling drugs? And he said, because I'm good at it. Because I'm good at it. When you discover what you're good at, and others don't take a liking to it or don't gravitate to it, it doesn't matter. Because there is somebody that's going to take a liking to it, regardless of what the others may think. Anyway. But it's up to you to know what you're good at and continue to do it, regardless. Regardless of what others may think of it in a negative light. Anywho, I just had to make this video because I just discovered this video by, I think his name is Randolph something, I can't think of it, but Rudolph Steiner. It made me think of Lovecraft, but they're two different individuals. But the things he's talking about, this is it. All that other stuff, yeah, it kept my frequency high. It kept me, looking at things in a different, point of view, a different perspective. I did. But this right here, what I just, discovered not that long ago, this is it. I told myself I like abstract things. And this is it. It's saying so less. It's saying so much complex stuff, but it's simple. The astral world is the upside down world where everything is backwards. That's how you can know things beforehand. Because backwards mean you living from the future in the astral world. And in the present moment, you allow the past guide you to the future, which is the present moment, which you're utilizing both at the same time. You just don't realize it. Which I had some type of notion of that, but I just wasn't quite sure. Because I watch things that shows up in my day-to-day focus point. I hear certain people say things and be like, that's not a coincidence. Is that me trying to give me another hint of my next move? Or is that my older self, my past, my younger self trying to keep me where I'm at because it's scared of the unknown, which is the future, which is tomorrow, which is the next 10 minutes? That's my future. The unknown is a scary place. But I've taken a liking to the unknown because it's really not the unknown. It's not. It's exactly what I've been expecting to experience. Meaning, my ignorance, my oblivious mindset, my scarcity mindset, or my higher self, my all-knowing mindset, my wealth, my riches, my treasure, Either or. It's up to me. Whatever I feel like I could withstand for that day. Just like yesterday, when I walked out the African shop, getting my hair braided, I didn't once stop to think to look at my tires. For what? I mean, I got there with no interruptions, with no setbacks, no nothing. Everything seemed like everything was well, nothing was out of order. But as I was sitting, I think I sat there for at least 15 minutes. At least, probably more long than that. I was trying to straighten up my hair and put on my bandana and have me a smoke, and I don't know. That's when I was thinking about the word enchantment and spellbound. Anywho, after I got through getting myself together as I thought, I pulled off. And I said, what is that noise? I looked at my tire. I said, I got a flat tire, and you know what? I got that tire changed a month ago. So I'm like, somebody did this to me. How dare they do this to me? Then I got back in my car, and then I started to search through Google to see what was the nearest tire shop to me. And it was one 5 minutes away on 20th Street. Keep in mind, I was on, Valley Road in Fairfield. So I had to go to 20th Street, Ainsley, which seemed like it took forever. Going 2 miles per hour. Yeah, 2 miles, not 5. Because before I pulled off, when I discovered I had one flat tire, I said, let me look at the other back tire. And I be goddamn, I had 2 flat tires. But what I told myself was the strangest thing was, I never parked in the front. I always parked in the back. Like with the door is, I never parked there. The lady always parked there. The owner of the shop. But for some reason, she didn't park in the front. She parked, she was still in the front, but not in her normal, usual parking lot. I'm just sitting here having a look of what took place yesterday and how I instantly jumped to something negative, like, who did this to me? Instead of, okay, I got 2 flat tires, I gotta get it handled before, I'm not able to make it to the tire shop because they have closed. It was already like 3:40 something when all this was going on. And I think the tire shops closed around 5 or 6 o'clock. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you are always provided for. You just gotta know it. Everything is happening for you, not to you. In order to help you realize where you are and who you are and what others are. Everything that I've been paying attention to has led me to this moment right now. How I'm speaking, how I'm perceiving things in my life now. Everything led to this moment right here. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. And I'm so humble at this moment because I now know that I am very powerful due to me staying present of who I am, of what I want, and how I am to show up with the right personality to get shit done. How I am to show the others that they can do it too, which makes me also think of WandaVision. How WandaVision was able, not WandaVision, but how Wanda was able to hypnotize a whole town into believing that they had no identity, that they had no life, that their life energy was only dedicated to her, was only beneficial for what she wanted. It was a spell. They didn't know. But once the spell was broken, they was able to see. They didn't understand why. It seems like they've been trapped inside their own minds in one long ass pit of darkness. No thoughts, no emotions, no nothing. But whatever that was keeping them hypnotized, focused only on the words out of her mouth, only on the commands out of her mouth, which made them move the way she wanted to, made them move the way, made them speak, rather, the way she wanted them to speak. Because of a spell. A spell. Once you realize how powerful you are, you'll start to be more humble, to be more present, to be more authentic, and to be more generous. Because everything is you pushed out. Your upside down world. Your future has always been now. Your past has always been now, which is a present moment, the here and now. The past is only illusions that never happened, but they were helpful in order for you to stay present, in order for you to realize that there's nothing going on. Nothing is going on. But the confusion, the legs, the fear, the love, the strength, and the spells of the here and now realizations. What you do not realize, you will call upon yourself to understand more of until you are able to finally see everything as they are.